Okay, so first off, I just have to talk about Anchor. It's like the easiest way to make a podcast. And how simple it is. It's free for one, and you get all the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. It helps just get your voice out there and truly help inspire and lead in this industry, especially podcasting. It's such a great way to niche down and help you make money from your podcast and do everything you need to make it successful. So check it out. Hi, you guys, and welcome to Purposely Driven. I am so excited to chat with you guys and just welcome you guys all to this amazing podcast. Make sure you are subscribing and screenshotting and tagging me in this so I can hear what you got back out of this message. So I'm super excited to chat with you guys today and get started. I have some amazing things I want to talk about today about just what are you feeding? What do you feel in your life do you give more power to? So let's get started. And here today, I'm going to be talking about your power that you control throughout the day of rising above the mindsets that hold you back. So a lot of you guys come here and you guys are going to be looking for different tips and advice on how to be the best version of you and how to be successful. And I absolutely love that because that is where it starts, is within, and being able to identify the blocks that hold you back from being that best version of you is what it's going to take. So let's kind of talk about that and dive a little deeper. A lot of you guys ask how I kind of stay in that mindset of always making sure it's bulletproof. And what I mean by bulletproof is I like to just really rise above any type of circumstances that life may throw at you, or just learning that you can reprogram your subconscious mind, and it starts with what you're feeding it. So I like to talk to people about, like, you have two wolves that you own and that you have power over. So one wolf is going to be your negative, the life that gets thrown at you, all the things that are happening, maybe negative people in your life, or people that are toxic, or your thought patterns, or whatever. That is that wolf. And then we have another wolf that is going to be like your positive, your optimistic, your vision for yourself, the clarity, your high vibe state, your best version of you. So a lot of times I always tell my clients and tell my people, when it comes to this, really sit back and record and reflect, whether that be through journaling. I always tell people to journal because it's going to really help open up your emotional perspective versus what the reality is. So you can separate the two. Because when you put it to pen to paper and you really see how you're letting your emotions just spiral out of control, or how maybe when you have something that's being thrown at you like life, and instead of taking it as life is happening against me, and start switching that perspective by seeing that life is happening for you. Everything that is coming your way, or everything you're going through and learning from, is an opportunity to level up. It's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity for you to be the best version of yourself. So when you start changing that perspective to really fine tune what it takes to be the best you, get accountable and aware of what that is, and then set up a game plan to remove anything that does not align, that's when you get a clear vision on that game plan. So what are you feeding every day? Are you playing over and feeding the wolf that's always negative first, that's always focusing on the problem, that's always focusing and overthinking or stressed or worried, or talking down to yourself and your thoughts, your mind, your perspective? That's where you got to start being self-aware. So the first thing you're going to do is being aware. That's what I want you to write down, is awareness. Then from there, you're going to start identifying with what thought patterns do you keep allowing to trickle in your mind that don't serve you. So the next step is to just start jotting it down, and that is implementing. So implementing the perspective of, if you're feeding the negative wolf all the time, how do you expect to to get a different circumstance in your life. Because what you think, you achieve, you believe, and you act out. So awareness is the first step. Second step is implementing. I want you guys to learn by writing down, and maybe writing down what you start speaking over yourself. Maybe you're talking negatively to yourself and down to yourself all the time. Write that down. Start becoming aware of how poorly you talk to yourself, and then implement a different thought process. So once you've identified what thoughts are holding you back or what actions you're holding you back, I want you to start implementing a different perspective. So that's going to start by happening by switching your mindset. Switching your mindset comes from understanding, hey, this is my emotional state talking. What's my truth? Who am I inside? Who do I believe in myself? And that's a self-love and self-growth thing. So speaking life and changing that into gratefulness and implementing gratefulness into your life. Wherever you're at right now, there's a lesson to be learned. So that lesson, you have to find that. And in order to find that, and once you do, then you'll learn and grow from it and move on to the next level of your life. Each version of you is going to require a different level of you. So we got awareness, we got implementing, and then we got walking it like we talk it. That's the third step. You got to walk it out. So you got to start feeding that wolf that has high energy, high perspective, clarity, confidence, and growth. And it's going to take practice. Practicing your subconscious thoughts and changing them if they don't align, catching those thoughts when they are not aligning, and switching it to gratitude is the key to unlocking your happiness. It is the key to finding joy. Happiness is waving based off of emotion. It's never going to sustain. Joy comes from you, from within, and not connected to a person, a place, or a thing. So happiness will always waver and be up and down, up and down. But when you have true joy, true confidence in where you're going, regardless of what's being thrown at you, you'll learn to operate and correct those thoughts when they rise in a different level of you. Because that's the keys to getting that next version is change in the thoughts. Making sure you're walking it like you talk it. So by catching these thoughts, switching them into gratitude, and then implementing a different narrative in your mindset and your actions, you'll get into a consistent habit. A consistent habit takes 21 days to make. 21 days to create a habit. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Like, we all can change in the matter of a month. And I know that sounds so cheesy, but when you really are changing your perspective, your thought patterns, and then the actions come in line from that passion leading, because you're starting to feel different inside, that gratitude's rising up, you're going to start operating in a different version of you. And the more action you take daily, the more clear vision you take, you're going to start operating in that new level. So walking it like you talk it. I always suggest you guys writing these things down. Like in the morning, my morning routine is always the same. I make sure I'm feeding myself back up first. Hydration is key. So I'm making sure I'm having the proper water intake. I use a 3-step nutritional system that works for me. I do my gratitude list every single morning in the morning. I wake up and I do some sort of self-development so I can pour back into me and being the best version of myself. Gratefulness is the key to unlocking everything. So I always do and start my day off with 10 things that I am thankful for, because I truly want to find the joy in what I currently have or what I'm experiencing, or my perspective of seeing, hey, this is what I'm grateful for. Here's the reason why I'm grateful for. So that is a huge thing in my morning that set the tone. And then from there, once I've filled up, then I can tackle my day. If moments arise throughout your day that you're seeing yourself being negative, that's where you got to be aware and then implement a new pattern that you are telling yourself. By implementing this new pattern that you're telling yourself, you're going to start operating in your truth. By operating in your truth, you're going to start leveling up in your actions, your passion, and your mindset. So these are just some tips that I highly suggest doing. getting into a normal and consistent routine that works for you, but that is putting you first throughout your day. Not your kids, not your spouse, not your friends, not your family. You need to be putting yourself first every single morning. And I know that sounds selfish, but it's not. Because if you're not giving your best version of you to everyone else in contact with, you're not serving others, and you're not serving the person that you can be. So putting myself first is key. That's how I end up being the best mom, the best spouse, the best version of me to everyone else that I come in contact, because they deserve to see and feel loved by me so I can impact someone else. Next, I'm going to make sure that I am staying healthy, staying active, doing things that are going to build my confidence and my high vibe state. If you're not getting in a routine of at least 30 minutes of some type of activity a day, I highly suggest doing so. You're going to build that consistency, you're going to build that momentum, and you're going to start feeling and operating in a higher vibe state. Then from there, making sure you're filling your body with great nutrition, whatever that may be looking like that from you. Then from there, you want to get into a routine. So maybe a planner or a digital planner, but mapping out what you need to get throughout the day. I do a brain dump in the morning. So I write down any type of crap that I've been feeling. I write it down after my gratitude. I go in and I set my top things that I need to get done today, and I start them out from the most important to the least important, and I do whatever I need to do. Maybe it's 10 things I need to get done today. Then from there, I write down 3 results that I want to execute for the day. So then I'm setting up my day structured. I'm setting up and knowing what I need to get done. I'm making sure that I have a plan and a clear vision of where I want to go for the day so that I can knock off my goals and get results. Implementing this every single day has transformed my life. I went from overworked and underpaid insurance broker and esthetician to 6-figure earner, and being able to impact others and being able to help lead them to being the best version of themselves and being successful. So this is my passion, is helping you overcome the crap that holds you back from being the best you that's already inside. So I hope you guys got something out of this today. I'm super excited for you. Make sure you are sharing this, you're subscribing to this, and then you're tagging me in your stories when you post it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be talking to you babes soon.